Brad Bobo has been the host of The Drive on 95.3 The Ticket for over 3 years now, but sports is something he's known his entire life. Bobo has covered just about any Arkansas State University sporting event you can think of, along with numerous other games across his career. He can also pinpoint one specific moment in his life at the age of 16 where he knew he wanted to become a sports broadcaster. Bobo had been anticipating a phone call for a number of days on his urge to cover an NBA game in Memphis, and when it finally came through, his life changed forever.
And I never forget, about to leave for a football game on a Friday night in Batesville, I think. I get a phone call at school, and it's this guy saying, all right, so here's the deal. Got your stuff. What I'm going to get you is a pass that'll get you on the floor to shoot highlights during the game, and I'll get you a pass that will get you into the locker room after it to do interviews. And so, I'm 16 years old, and he credentialed me to cover an NBA game. And so, like, it's that day. It was, it's October 30th or something like that, 1993. Where from that point on, it was over. It was a wrap. It went from something I was doing to something I was going to do.
After graduating from Arkansas State, Bobo decided to work in newspaper and radio, which eventually led to him working at Arkansas State University for 9 years. But he just couldn't keep away from local sports.
One of the biggest things that made me make that decision to go from Arkansas State to EAB was getting to be around high school sports again, which I totally had lost track of in nearly 10 years at Arkansas State. Didn't have the time or a reason to keep up much with high school sports. So that's why, such high school sports is a huge part of my show, almost as big a part as Arkansas State. They're kind of equal billing on my show, and that's on purpose. It's really why I came here to do it. I'm not a local guy that hosts a sports talk show. I'm a guy that hosts a local sports talk show.
Despite Bobo not doing newspaper for nearly a decade, he still uses those same philosophies in his sports talk show every single day.
Everybody's got a story, so go find it. And so taking that philosophy and putting it in local radio, and for me, I host a 3-hour sports talk show, and honest to goodness, at the end of the day, I gauge it by the less I talked, the better it probably was, just because it's how many other voices can I get on the air during the day? A coach, a player, this or that. That's what I set out to do. And so it was important to me to treat local high school athletics and just local athletics, period, like a big deal, because honestly, from a radio standpoint, it wasn't being done then. So it was kind of sitting there just for the taking. So it was convenient, but it's also what I wanted to do.
And there's always one lingering question for people of radio: what does the future hold?
To me, if local radio survived all the stuff it survived, it's going to keep on surviving. Maybe it's the cockroach of all media. I don't know. But I think as long as it's done right, as long as it's done well, and as long as it's done local in its heart, then, yeah, I think it's always going to survive. I think it's always going to have a place for it.